Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to me and Kate. Wait, it's happening. Okay, people, it's happening. The eclipse.
The eclipse.
It's already
Jemay is
Mercury
she's
retrograde.
in
We're
the eclipse portal.
moving us into our light bodies. Isn't this amazing? I'm so
Witness this right
so
here.
excited witnessing
You
me
are ascending. This
ascending.
is ascension symptoms.
Ascension.
Ascension symptoms.
Oh my goodness, it's so fun. So we thought we'd push record,
So fun.
because the way the sun is out here, and I put a different background on because I thought it would change, but didn't change anything because the sun is still uh working its magic on the camera to help me ascend. But yes, we are going to talk about the eclipse today. So welcome to our menopausal in the apocalypse. Caitlin, I'm so excited to talk today. But let us know a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Jemay. It is interesting times, I have to say. I am a shamanic healer and astrologer, and I work with the tools of biogeometry to help raise the vibration in the body and in the spaces, and on the land. So, and I jeweler. Oh, I forgot I was a jeweler. I am a jeweler.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So yes, definitely. Um, and get a reading because you do
Uh,
amazing readings, astrology readings, amulet, and then you come up. This was our amulet piece for me to channel.
yes.
So yes, powerful.
Help you channel. I create tools to empower you.
Mhm.
Um, Amulets through using your astrology, things you're working on,
Yeah.
things you need support with. And then I make a piece and it will help you using sacred symbols and shape and stone to amplify whatever you're trying to amplify in your system.
Yeah.
And my latest thing, and just becoming really conscious of when I'm working on people now with the biogeometry, because I can go in your system and find all the disturbances in the body and places where you have pain or stagnation.
Mhm.
And I use now, it's like I'm using the chart, is the chart gets applied to everything.
Mhm.
So if you get a reading with me, then I will, and if you get other work with me, I have now these new moon and full moon mentoring sessions where I'll work with you and your chart, because the chart is kind of the key. It's
Yeah.
the foundation. So I use the chart now in everything. So I take that to the moon mentorship, and we look at the different cycles that are happening and the full moons and new moons, and we have a one-on-one session before
Mm.
these uh, events occur,
Yeah.
so we're able to utilize the energies, because that's the point, to
Ah,
utilize the energies,
yeah.
not to be afraid of them, not to be taken over by them unconsciously.
Or
So
confused about about emotions
yeah,
because this will be
yeah.
a roadmap guideline, yeah, to utilize to help you. And you're really good at that. You're, yeah, amazing
Well, I
shaman.
just started it and I've been working. I have a couple clients that I'm working with, and it is amazing. It is like a way, and it's also just in this eclipse time. Eclipses happen every year, it's different places and
Yeah.
different cycles, but
This
uh
one though is not
this
going to happen for till 2044. This particular
well, yeah, they're always in different
in,
places. So it's like,
in
yeah.
Canada.
And then this is part of the astro drama, which is like, it hasn't happened for this long and it won't happen again for another. Yeah, because it's going to go in another cycle. And then,
Yeah.
like, that's the way planets move. They don't all move at the same time, they all have their cycles. But yes, there is an intensification. I mean, all the planets are going to be in Aries, which
Yeah.
is opposite Libra. So, like I'm a Libra sun, things are really, I could tell really at this point, of like, oh, shifting and really becoming conscious with what you want to shift is
Mhm.
how that happens.
Yeah.
So,
And to
yeah.
take charge,
So,
like, with the Aries, right? The Aries sign is fire um, like, assertiveness and, matter of fact, no fluffing. So this is a good time to, take charge of some things that you want to, like, create, um, and manifest in your life, with conviction, right? That's so that
well, Aries is the one pointed focus, and Aries is the I am presence.
yeah.
In the part of the chart, the first house, Aries is your personal identity.
Mhm.
So it's usually the rising is part of that, the rising sign.
Yeah.
But like for you, you have like your rising is a late degree. So it's the 12th house mostly and doesn't get into the first house
Okay.
as much. So
Yeah.
you have actually Libra there
Yeah.
in your personal identity.
Yes.
So you also have your rising, which is Virgo, but it's a
Mhm.
lot of Libra too. So this is affecting you too.
That's why I was like, it's time for me to ascend. Oh, the sun moved. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
out of
you
here.
are ascending. I see you. You're like levitating and you're
Yeah.
becoming clear, see through, clear, clear.
Iridescent. But yes, I
You're
am
that's
totally, yeah, I guess there is the iridescent again. Okay, that's so funny.
yeah. So
Um,
you're actually more lucid.
yeah,
You're more
it's so
lucid now.
strange. Well, I moved the camera over here. I'm solid over here. Yeah. So, oh, that's
Either
amazing.
way.
Super powerful. Yeah, so I was trying to, like, catch up on a little bit, right before coming on, like, yeah, what the eclipse, and Aries and then we have a Mercury in retrograde. I always love for me personally, I love Mercury in retrograde. Um, I
Well,
always
you better love it because it happens all the time.
it happens all the time.
So if you're like every Mercury retrograde
Yeah.
is a drag for you,
Yeah.
I mean,
Something's going
you're
on there.
gonna be miserable most of the year.
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
Seriously, it happens all the time. So again, it's a way to really reflect and go over things and review, It's
Right.
often this, which is a natural pattern of growth anyway, to like move forward, reflect back, move forward, and you kind of more forward each time, but there's always this going back and reflecting.
Yeah.
So, part of this eclipse portal in midlife, right, is like, okay, how are we going to move forward and make the changes we want to make? And I tell you, it's really hard.
Yeah.
I have been experiencing a lot of just the old patterns, old cycles,
Right.
and how but I have new awareness around them. So it's like, oh, okay, that's the root of that. Because it is really this time of like, I mean, you get to a point of mastery in some of the things you've been doing for so long. And
Yeah.
then you're like, wait, I got to go into this new thing and it's just going to really challenge me. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
But we're all being asked to kind of
Mhm.
step
Oh,
up
totally.
and
And I'm
be
usually
the best.
the
You.
the the usually I get affected by the energies, like, a few weeks before everybody else for some reason. I just always have, so I feel like I went through
I
that.
do too, and I think also that's part of being a light worker
Mm,
and energy worker. It's like we're able to like, oh, we just went through it, so now we can help others
yeah,
go through it. Because that
okay.
happens to me with astrology all the time. It's
All
like,
the
oh
time, and
yeah,
I never know because then I'm like, "Oh, that was a doozy," and then I'll hear like, "Oh, we're moving into a doozy." I'm like, "Oh, I just went wait, oh, no, now I remember
no, no, I just
go
went through
through
that.
this. I just went through that." But then I'm like, "Oh," because I feel like I went through what you just said, leveling up. I feel like I'm on a whole new timeline because I just went through, a lot in the beginning of March, so end of February. But I feel amazing. So now I'm seeing that other people are going through, um, like eclipse and Mercury retrograde right now. So hopefully this video will help you gather some
Yeah.
tools and get aligned with yourself and understand what these energies are all about. Um, with
Yeah. And back to that, the Aries is about the
yeah,
vision you want to have. So
yes.
the vision of what you want
Mm,
is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
So during the actual moment of the eclipse, the 8th, I believe it is. Yeah, the
Okay.
8th, and it's
Yep.
also new moon.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a time to really hone in on your vision. And and then of course we got to apply it to this reality. This reality responds to vision and
Mm,
action.
yeah.
So it's, also your thoughts. I
Yeah.
don't know, tell me different things about that. I get different information, but definitely your vision. So if
Mm,
you have the vision, hold the vision of what you want to see, and then it's like you could almost visualize a scene
mm,
out of it, you know? It's like I want this new,
mm,
like I'm working towards building my shamanic healing practice. And I see myself, working with clients and
mm,
really because I get a lot of energy from helping people
yeah.
because that's my new, like, oh yeah, this really lights me up.
Mm,
So I just focus on the feelings, and the vision of working with someone and doing ceremonies with them and doing some of the mentorship. So different scenes of like, oh, well, and how I feel. Like I feel totally empowered,
yeah.
using my knowledge to help others.
Yeah.
So you focus on it, then you release it, and then you don't keep obsessing on it. You have to like let it go
Mm-hmm.
in that particular vision of whatever you had. You don't re-envision it,
No,
and
and
you just
you
completely
know
let
it to
it
be
go, and
true,
then you go,
right?
well,
Too.
yes, of course,
You
because
just
this is
feel
we're setting the scene.
you said,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're, yeah, exactly. You're planting the seed, but you know it to be like, that seed is going to grow. Yeah. And turn into,
Yes, and that's part of also stating your will and intent.
mm-hmm.
So this gets into the castaneda stuff that's super important, which is your will and intent. I will, I am.
Yeah.
So again, Aries, I am. I would use I am affirmations and state out loud because really there's a real power in saying things out loud and
Mm,
not to yourself, even though,
mm-hmm.
people think you're crazy or whatever. Doesn't matter. We're all
Yeah.
crazy.
We're all crazy.
And we're all a little insane.
It's the, yeah. It's the popular thing nowadays is to be crazy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we gotta talk about something that they're doing that's really gnarly.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so and I would just almost ignore any predictions and weird things that are
That's
going on
the
in the
absolute,
outer realms of this
yeah.
eclipse because they're doing all kinds of weird stuff,
Yeah.
states of emergency
Yeah. That's,
declared in like places like Texas. No one's going to school, no trucks can be on the road. I mean, it's insane.
yeah.
And it's like it's part of the drama
Yeah.
and the manipulation of our energy. So we have to
Exactly.
recognize
Yeah.
how the controllers use this
Mm-hmm.
to really bring more fear,
Yeah.
get people to consume,
Yeah.
stock up. They're telling
Yeah.
people stock up food,
Right.
which is
Well, and
crazy.
so to me, they're losing their grasp on the reality they created for us in a certain frequency timeline. So we have to really grasp that it's like how we manifest and create what we want. We're literally stepping into another timeline frequency, which isn't part of that BS. So it's
Right. And so this gets into, I mean, I would translate timelines and frequency to your vibration, right? So
right.
if you're raising your vibration and you're not coming into resonance
That's right.
with this
Uh,
information,
Same.
which is they're putting out also Also, they put out this information that there's people are getting a disease where they see people's demons. They see like their face change,
Oh
and
man,
it's like the people who see it are the ones who are sick. And
that reminds me of my
I'm like
20s when I think someone spiked my yeah, that happened
I'm just like it
that happened to
but
me.
that is like if
S
you are a
When I was
light worker, if you
experimenting with,
are
like,
an energy worker, you
yeah,
see demons all the time in
all the
people.
time
So it's like this is
yeah,
like kind of an attack on light workers in a
it's
lot of ways.
it is,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
I mean, I've had several cases as I've gotten more into this work,
mm,
and I've been told, the lighter the more light you get, the more you'll see the dark. And I've
mhm,
had people literally like look at me like with this face that I
yeah,
know is not them.
that's
And I'm like, wow, you just
I
revealed
get
your
that all the
demon to
time, yeah,
me.
because,
Yeah. So
um
this is they're making it like
yeah,
that, like I have the psychosis.
yeah.
I would have to take a medication.
It's so
Isn't that crazy?
it's well, yes, because 'cause they're desperate. The asshole dark is desperado. No, it's
Well, but a lot of people, not a lot of people, but people are like losing grips on reality in a lot of ways.
right,
Post COVID, so it's like it's just another way to really start messing with people and
yeah.
their mental health.
Well, that's what it is. This is a
So,
conscious,
yeah.
you time.
Yeah.
Super, yeah, strong in your thoughts and who you really are, and only surround yourself with loving, supportive people. That's just it's really important to and still, still go out in nature, like really connect. Like that's how we stay. That's for me at least. And I know for most people that know, to go out in nature and connect, it really does align you and get you back grounded and feeling
Mm.
more in reality because I had to take a break from all of the platforms. I mean, it's just so much information coming at us and you said and all this negative information like they're going to shut what eclipse in history have we ever shut down schools and people suiting up in hazmat suits? I mean, this is like a full attack on consciousness. This has never happened.
Well,
So,
and there's
yeah,
NASA's doing some bullshit and CERN, they're doing, and who knows what they're doing. Like, of course, we all know these agencies are questionable,
questionable.
to say the
Exactly.
least.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there's a lot to to not come into resonance with, and it just, it's a further, I mean, the manipulation game is like
it
just as leveled up as eever.
it is. Yeah.
So remember Y2K?
Oh my god. I thought it was BS back then. I was like, "What is everybody?" Because I
I
always
know, I'm like,
stayed in my own, like,
this
I guess, bubble, but I was like, What? No, this is bullshit." With anything that was like, "Ooh, the bird flu, the swine flu," whatever was the newest, like, scare, luckily
well, and this gets into the, this reality, we have an energy field, right? So they're just seeding the field. And then
right.
now that we have social media and all these
Mhm,
other ways of getting information, everybody takes on the information and takes it,
mhm,
and then it's like blown up into this whole thing. And we also have to recognize the cycles of history, that there's always been infiltrators on
right.
both sides to
Yeah.
keep us into one side or another. It's very
Oh, yeah.
dualistic.
Yeah,
So just recognize if you're being like, oh, you feel like you're being put in a camp,
yeah, that's
one camp or another. It's really important to understand this and recognize it when it's happening so we
yeah,
don't get manipulated. This is our precious energy, the
that's
emotional energy.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you're
that's
ascending. You're
that's
ascending right now.
Yes.
Ah,
So wild.
gosh, I wish I could ascend
I
like
love
you.
it. It's so true, though, energy.
Janae is becoming a light body.
Yeah, so, but, no, you're
Uh,
right, we are easily manipulated to take on information and actually put it into our consciousness and energy field as a belief, and that's what affects our, you know, our reality.
yeah,
But we cannot
yeah.
we have to be so diligent with, yeah, information, know yourself too, like, I know I'm super strong in not allowing BS, like, I have a really good BS, like, for the most part, some things do get through though, and I'm like, "Oh, I was totally duped on that," and then I have to clear it
Well, and
out.
also it depends on your frequency because when, you had a bout with your health,
Yeah, no, that exactly.
recently, and it
Yeah,
was like, I
yeah, that
mean,
was
part
a
of that I
full
recognize
reset. Yeah,
yeah.
I,
So
like,
it's
felt
like,
like a
what did
phoenix
you come into
rising.
resonance with, you know?
Well, that's
And
exactly
resonance is,
right.
even if you're like, "Oh, I'm just watching, I'm watching this, but I know it's not, I know it's
Real.
bullshit."
Yeah,
It still has an energy that gets in there.
that's right.
So,
Yeah. So
this
I
happened to me
yeah,
when I watched the Travis Scott, um,
man, yeah,
that
that whole
crazy concert.
place,
I
yeah,
went down this rabbit hole, and then I realized, "Oh my god, this evil whatever it was came and it's around me now." So I had to, like, do all this clearing
right. Yeah,
because I was like, "Whoa, I just came into resonance with this event." I wasn't even there, but I
yeah,
just looked at some videos and was like, because I was so, like, just kind of fascinated with it, you
uh-huh,
know?
yeah, the whole thing, yeah.